Hello, my name is Itai.
And my name is Matan, and we are students in Advanced Software Development course in College of Management, and we will present you our project. Our project is to do a sokoban game. Our project built from four parts: the client, the server, the web server, and the database. The client is actually the user. It built in MVC architecture that we will talk about it later. The client connect to the server. The server is the main part of the project. Is the administrator, and it built in MVVM pattern that we also will talk about it later. The server doing a great use in web service that talking with our database in order to add information or get information to the database.
Now we will see the communications. First, we have the client. The client requests solution to the level from the server. The server will request the Jersey server to check in the database if there is already a solution that existing in the database. The Jersey will return the answer that contains the solution or contains null if there is no solution in the database. If there is a solution, the server will return the solution to the client. Elsewhere, the server will calculate the solution himself. First, he will update the solution in the database using the Jersey server to do this, and then he will send the solution to the client.
The MVC of our project built from three parts: controller, model, and view. The model layer responsible for the game logic, like if the user can move or not. The view layer responsible for the user interface and communicate with the user. The controller connecting the model layer and the view layer. The MVC pattern doing a use in the observer pattern that allows to the MVC layers to communicate with each other with a notification.
Now we will see some code. Here we can see in the load level function that we used input stream and output stream. Here we can see that we have blocking queue containers that contains the command that's running in the game. We run the commands in a thread. We can see that we use containers like hashmark. In the MVVM that is in the server side, we can see that there is a difference in the MVVM from the MVC. In the MVC, the controller connect the model and the view, and in the MVVM, the view model connect the model and the view, but have some user interface components that connect with data binding to the view and changing the presentation to the user properly. In the Javadoc section, we can see some Javadoc comments that we did in some prime classes that we done in some parts of the project.
In this Git section, we can see our commit of all the part of our project.
Now we will run the project. First, we will run the Jersey server. Then we will run the server that we can see here. Now we will run the clients. We will run two clients. First one and second one.
Now we can see that when we started the client, we automatically connect to the server, and we can see this in the administrator window. Now we will run another client. We can see that the client dot connecting, and that because we defined the default max client capacity that connected simultaneously is 2, and we can change this capacity from the admin window. Now we will see that we can control on the client from the admin window and disconnect a client.
Now after we disconnect the client, we will try to load a file. We will choose a file. We can see here the file, and we'll ask the server to serve it. Now the server, here we can see the tasks. And then we will see our solution. Now the server is solving the level, and then he will convey the solution to the client. Here we can see that the task finished, and you can see that the level is solving himself. Also, we can save our score and to see the level scoreboard and player scores. Thank you very much for your listening. I was Itai.
And I was Matan.
Thank you very much and goodbye.